Okay, so yesterday we have discussed about subject and predicate. A subject is who or what the sentence is about, and a predicate is what the subject does or what is said about the subject. Now, we will move on to the parts of speech. At the end of the lesson, we should be able to A. Identify 8 parts of the speech, describe the importance of learning the parts of speech, and make a short speech using the parts of speech.
Before we move on, let's have a quick review of what we discussed last time. Who can share something important they remember from our last lesson?
That's correct. Now before we proceed to another lesson, we will first have an activity. The students will roam around the classroom to find the 8 hidden pieces of paper with jumbled letters written on them. Once the papers have been found, they will open them one by one and raise their hand to guess the correct word indicated.
Based on our activity earlier, our topic for today is part of speech. A part of speech is a class of words as noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, or interjection, identified according to the kinds of ideas they express and the way they work in a sentence.
The first part of speech we'll be discussing is about nouns. Noun is used to identify or name people, animals, events, and things. We also have different types of nouns. Number 1 is the proper nouns. Proper nouns refers to specific names of people, places, and things. Second is the common noun. It refers to general names, for example, the books, dogs, and a game. Next type of nouns are the concrete and the abstract nouns. While abstract nouns can be touched and see, but we can feel it. On the other hand, we have countable and accountable nouns. When we say countable nouns, from the word countable, we can count it, while unaccountable nouns are cannot counted individually, such as rice, water, and sugar.
Since you're now familiar with nouns, let's discuss pronoun. It's a word that can function by itself as a noun. We also have types of pronoun. First is the personal pronoun that uses I, we, us, you, him, she, and etc. Next is possessive pronouns, shows possession and it uses yours, mine, ours, his, and etc. Another type of pronoun is reflexive, refers to the same person or things as a subject. Examples are yourselves, myself, yourself, himself, and etc. For the next pronoun, we have demonstrative, which points to a person or thing. Examples are the use of this, that, and those. Next would be an interrogative, where we ask questions. When is your birthday? Who is Carla? What is the name of your pet? Now let's proceed with distributive pronouns that consider a group separately. It uses either, neither, each, every, and none. Next type of pronoun is the indefinite that doesn't specifically identify what it refers to. Example is, someone gave me a present. Let's proceed to relative pronouns. Used to introduce a clause, it usually uses which, who, whom, and that.
Now let's discuss verbs. Verbs are used to describe an action. Remember that verbs also have different types. It includes action, linking, auxiliary, irregular, transitive, and intransitive verbs. Linking verbs connect the subject to the rest of the sentence. Examples are the use of be, become, feel, look, and etc. Auxiliary is a verb used in forming the tenses as well as in moods and voices of other moods. Examples are can, could, may, should, and must. Now, let's proceed to irregular verbs that don't follow the typical past tense of past participle form, just like the use of went and gone aside from the word go. Transitive verbs require an action on an object, while intransitive verbs will still make sense even without an object.
Next, let's talk about adjectives. An adjective modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. For each type of adjective, first is the descriptive adjectives, which describes the qualities of a noun or pronoun such as smell, taste, texture, appearance, and shape. Examples are beautiful flowers and soft pillows. Second, demonstrative adjectives. which answer the question which one. It includes the word this, that, these, and those. Example is this board. Third is the possessive adjectives. It answers the question whose, and it include my, our, your, his, her, its, and their. Example is my hair and my glasses. Fourth is the indefinite adjectives, which include words like some, many, few, several, and all to describe non-specific quantities. Example, all people are equal. Lastly, interrogative adjectives. It is also called as questioning adjectives, and it modifies nouns or pronouns that include which and what.
Now that we understand the different types of adjectives and their examples, let's proceed to conjunctions. Conjunction is a part of speech used as a joiner for words, phrases, or clauses in a sentence. It links these words or groups of words together in such a way that a certain relationship among these different parts of the sentence are established, making thoughts they convey connected. Did you know that conjunction have three types? The coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and correlative conjunction. Coordinating conjunction, among the three types, this is probably the most common. Its main function is to join words, phrases, and clauses that are grammatically equal. To easily recall them, remember the acronym FANBOYS, which stands for and, nor, but, or, yet so. For example, I wanted to go outside, but it was raining. In this sentence, the word but connects two independent clauses. Subordinating conjunction is the type of conjunction that links two clauses together, introducing a dependent clause and describing its relationship with the independent clause. Examples include because, although, since, unless, while, and if. The correlative conjunction consists of pairs of conjunction used to join equal sentence elements. Examples include either or, neither nor, both, and not only but also.
For the next part, a preposition is a word or a group of words used with a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, location, time, or to introduce an object. There are 5 types of preposition. The first one is the simple preposition. Simple prepositions are words like at, for, in, of, on, over, and under. Next is double preposition. Double prepositions are two simple prepositions used together, often indicating direction. For the third one is the compound preposition. Compound prepositions or complex prepositions consist of 2 or more words that function together as a single preposition. The fourth one is participle preposition. Participle prepositions have endings such as ed and ing. And finally, we are down to the last one, the prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase, which is called the object of preposition.
What are the 8 parts of speech? In what way does each part of speech operate in a sentence? Why is it important to learn how to apply the parts of speech properly?
How can mastering the function of each part of speech improve both written and spoken communication? How will mastery of the parts of speech enable someone to communicate clearly?